Hi there, welcome to John's Workshop. This is part 5 of my Lego Technic McLaren P1 build. So last time got started on the gearbox. Quite a neat gearbox we're building so far, so let's continue with that. Okay, looks like I got everything sorted here, so let's get started. And we are on this part 5, so we got to get more stuff on this gearbox. And we start with, now we got some more of these axles. So interesting how they were able to separate the parts up. So all these axles are in the second part. Okay, so this goes here like that. And then try not to make it just like right snug, because then it is too hard to turn. And this one goes here, this end, and that goes in here and meshes together. Now, this has to go where? So this hole is supposed to go on that pin. It's supposed to go like that. Okay. Okay, those are spinning. They're all spinning. Okay, now we got this new piece here. I haven't seen this before, so this must be what they're talking about. And oh, that kind of slides in there. It's not super tight. So that's interesting. Do that 2 times. Oh, the ball joint goes on the top. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, so that's interesting. And we have one on each side here. Oh, this is what these red in. Okay, so that's gonna go into this here. So I'm gonna slide this on here, and it slides over top of there. So that's like a usual thing. And then this one is gonna slide over top of that. So they're not super tight. Look at that. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so now we got to do it again with 2 more of them. So I think we have some rubber bands in there, and assuming they're rubber bands, and that's what is going to connect to these guys here. Okay, so there's the green one. Oh, we're putting them sideways like that. Well, one's going to go into the big red gear. Okay, and one's going on to that green. Okay, so far, so this is interesting. Okay. So we got this connector here, and it goes on the gray axle. And I have one of these much bigger kind of shifting pieces. Oh, they slide into the, oh, that is interesting. I decided to go with like the bigger, I think this is new, so this is like a much bigger thing, and they slide into both of those, I guess. Okay. And it's got an arrow, and the arrow is supposed to point out. Okay, it sits. We're looking at this side, and then it would, okay, so it's supposed to sit like that, and then this would go in here, and it should go into the axle, or the axle should go in there. Now, do I push it through? Okay, so it's like that, okay. Yeah, so there it is, that moves those 2 around. That's going to change those gears. Okay, so that's neat. That is a new thing. And now we've got to do the other side as well. And the arrow points the other way. So just kind of sit it there. Like that. And then I take this and push it through there. Okay, so there we go. So that's kind of neat. Okay. Yeah, this arrow is that way, that arrow is that way. It's showing it a little turned for some reason. We'll see if there's a reason for that. Okay, I gotta take that and put a red collar on it. And that goes up here. Okay. Now there's this pin. It goes down here. Okay. Okay. Got the two half beams, got this half beam and a collar. And then got this pin. Oh, I'm supposed to put them around the pin. Okay, so that's different. Don't usually do that. Okay, and then that goes like that. Collar is on. Oh, I gotta put a rubber band on this. So this is gonna be the shifter piece. There's just one rubber band. This is a big. Everything's bigger. Okay. Okay, so now that's in there. Oh, that hooks up to here. Okay, and where does that go? It goes down into, that's what I thought. That axle, make sure that axle is smoothed off there. And we're gonna, that's gonna sit on that gear there. Okay, so now I have to just get that to pop through those half beams. Okay, and all the way through. There we go. Okay, so that does. Okay, that's going to hold that there. Okay, now we have two of these axle pins. They go in the axle holes at the top here. T. Not very many T's so far in this build, so that goes there and that goes over top of the red one on this side and that axle there. Push the blue pin in, and then we have the 3 beam, and we just do the same on the other side. Okay, so that goes like that. Now we have one of these beams, it's just one pin. It's a pin like this. And then this goes here, and then where does that go? They want me to put that over here somewhere. Okay, it goes over top that. Okay, into the T joint. T-beam, okay, there we go. Now we have another one of these axles. A short red one with a axle connector, and that goes into this one here. With the green. And this one goes into where? It goes into the red one, and it's the short end. Okay. We have another big red gear that's going on the other side of this side. Well, that meshes there. So so that's good. And then a collar. Where does the collar goes on the red gear? Okay. And then we have another 2 more of these axles, these gray axles, and they go into, it's like this one and the other one. Okay, we have a free floating green gear on here. Locks in, and we have a blue gear over here. Okay, so this goes like this. And then we take another side beam and put it on top. Okay. The gray beam goes in the side. And another one of these stack up here, and we stick a pin and half beam on here, and then a green pin connector, and that is going to slide. It's another layer here. This is interesting. So the other one wasn't hooked into anything, it just floats. This is another floaty piece. Or maybe. Or no, this one pins in actually. This one will actually pin in to that piece, it looks like. Can I get everything? Okay, that goes on top of that one. Like that. And oh, that's going to go on this pin over here. And then that needs to go into that beam there. There we go. And that is connected. So now is it turning? Everything's still turning. Okay. We're locked in pretty good. Okay, we have this, the tank pin, tank beam. We have 2 1x4 half beams. And this pin, and that's supposed to go like this. Okay, and then we're gonna put, where's one of these? One of these beams that goes like that. This, and then in like so, and do that 2 times. Okay, like that. One like that. There, and this goes back here. Okay, now where do these go? Okay, one goes on each side here. Now how does that hook up? So it's supposed to be like this. Okay, now what? Let's point at it. We have this, oh, these holes go like, okay, so this is just on this yellow beam is the one, or yellow axle, is the one that takes the stickiness on. Oh, it's supposed to slide around there, okay. I think it's supposed to just line up with that red gear. Hopefully not hit it. And I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing on this side. Or no. Should be like that. And yeah, it doesn't line up with anything, it's just there. Still need everything to line up somewhat right there, and we have 2 of these, 3 beams, and they go over top of that, and they're going to hook into there too. Don't want it. I should have just had those on with the rest of it, just so it doesn't make it more difficult. Okay. And then we have these axles, or these angle beams. We got one for the one side and one for the other. So let's start with this one. And yeah, so that's that side going here. Oh, they go on the side. So where does it go? Like this? Okay, it looks like that. Okay, and then one on the other side. Do the same thing. Like that. Okay, now we have 2. We're gonna put some of these on, and they go over top of those axles. The yellow and gray axles on either side. Okay. Everything's still moving. Those are moving. Okay, we got a red axle. And these 2 pieces here. So the red axle, they're showing. So the red axle goes in this axle connector, and then this yellow piece is going to slide over this change gear piece. Okay, so that's not what I was expecting on. Oh, I see. It would slide, and then this will lock onto it, and then that it meshes with the blue gear. Okay, so should be good. Okay, so now we have this beam, some more of these two-sided beams, with 2 L's to put in here. Okay, one is going to go this way. And go on this side. One is going to go, wait a second. That's not right. That's got to go the other way, doesn't it? So that it actually snaps in on that one. There we go. And that goes like that. Okay. And then, okay, so we have 2 of these, one on each side. 2 of these 1x3s, and then this pin goes there. Okay, the 2-sided beam has these guys on it, and then 2 of these on this side. Okay, that goes like that. And this has a yellow axle with axle connectors on either side. So what does that mean? Do I just loosen it up a little bit? Doesn't, there we go. Now we're on this side. Okay, so this is gonna, why is it showing that hole? Is that hole supposed to do something? Okay, because it shows that's supposed to go through there. And then, yeah, I guess those are just supposed to face in there, so that's hooked up. It slid in, so that's good. We have 2 of these, and that, okay, that's to lock that in, I guess. All right, oh, it doesn't lock it in, it's just gonna, it's gonna lock it in once I put some axles through it. Oh, it's the gear changing pieces. Okay, so we have the gray axles, and we're actually gonna put that in here. And this is usually the gear changing pieces, so they would actually be there to change the gears. Okay, so we have 2 of these and 4 of these. We're gonna put on the yellow, and the 90-degree ones go down here. Okay. There we go. Just making sure clearance on that one still. Okay, and we're doing 2 of these with the 1x3 beams. And those go on the sides here. We're gonna hook those together, make it a single piece. Okay, so now another one of these. We have a collar. Now that's going to go here, and oh, it's going to actually slide into the gear changing piece there. Okay, so now we have one hooked up. There we go. See, it's sliding the gear back, the changing piece back and forth on those. It's not super tight on this, so now the gray changing piece, and that goes on the other side. So I'm assuming it's the same thing. I need to make sure these are lined up first before I slide that in. Okay, so that's supposed to be that way, and that's supposed to be like that. And then slide that in here. Is it lined up? There it goes. Okay, so now they're lined up now. So that's the first thing, is just making sure they're lined up right. Okay, so now we have 4 of these gray gears to pop on. I just need to look forward. Okay, just make sure we're using all the gears before because I have missed gears before. Wasn't too bad, fortunately. They were on a near last step, so on a previous build, and easy to put on. Okay, so those are in, and everything is turning. Okay. Now we take the white one here, and where do these go? These are gonna hook these up. Okay, so we gotta put the blue one on this side. There, and then this one goes in between here. Okay, so now everything is hooked up there, and that is not letting every gear turn because they're not in gear yet. Oh, this is what turns it. Okay, so you're supposed to turn that. Now it is. Okay, so look at that. So that's how that is going to change the gears here to make sure that it's tight enough. Okay. Well, so that's been part 5 of my Lego Technic McLaren P1 build. Looks like we got the gearbox almost complete. It is changing gears and it is all moving, and it does appear to be selecting gears to some extent. This is the selection over here. So it just depends where you got it. If you'd like to see more of this build, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and take it easy.